All right, guys, welcome. Happy Friday, March 31st. Welcome. John, what's going on, amigo? Oh, man, I bet a lot of people are driving home. Let's see, what time is it local here? It's early, 5:30 in the afternoon. A lot of people probably headed home. So some of y'all will catch this on the replay. And yeah, we have plans to go out for birthday dinner tonight. My birthday was a couple nights ago. Or a couple days ago. Scarlett's dad's birthday is today. Happy birthday to my father-in-law. And we are all including her brother and his kid, all doing a family dinner out tonight. So that is on the agenda for tonight. I don't know that I'll have a chance to come back and do a live stream later tonight. So for all of you, for all the haters that ran over here to see what this last live stream is about. Uh-oh! It's just the last live stream of March. Sorry. Last live stream of March 2023. All right, let's talk about some stocks. Bed Bath & Beyond today down 28% as people are starting to absorb the news of the filings that came out, and the Ortex is reflecting that the short interest is changed, now 15% instead of 58%. So that is unfortunate, but if you've been paying attention to this channel, you've known for 2 months that was coming. So that's why you got to be cautious on these plays. Candace, good afternoon to you. I'm doing swell. It's the weekend. I've been working all day on that Highcroft video. I was going to get my GameStop update, the review of their earnings, which were pretty good, by the way. I was going to try and get that done today, and then Scarlett just came over and let me know we're going out to dinner tonight. So GameStop update, we'll have to wait till tomorrow morning. And then there are a couple of EV companies, Polestar and a few others that if I have time, I'll get to those this weekend also, and there should be some live streams this weekend also. Let's look at the general indexes real quick. I barely had time to watch stocks this morning. Mullen ran up today on some news. I saw that in pre-market. I tried to sell some of my Mullen, the shares I had bought at 10 cents. I would have loved to sold them at 16.80, but I saw it moving this morning on the news, and by the time I looked again, I was going to sell at 20 cents. It was already back down to 14, so I put a good till canceled to dump those if it ran back up in market hours, but it didn't, so I'll hang on to those 10-cent shares. I have a couple more a little bit higher than 10 cents, but I think 13 and a couple at 25. But it is what it is. Mullen's going to move on news. You saw that today, man. If you got in at 10 cents, that'd be a 60% swing that you could have done. The downside is you don't know when these news items are going to happen, and generally the news on Mullen's not that great. But boy, if you get in there at the right time and then news happens on a cheap stock like this, it can move. AMC closed today at what? 501. Ape at $1.45. Up 5% on Ape. And GameStop today closed at $2.30. $23.02. It would help if I put my contacts in, right? What's up, Dan? How you doing, amigo? Dan, I saw your note that there's a package waiting for me. I appreciate that. I was working on videos all day today, but if I don't make it there this afternoon over to the P.O. box, I will definitely go tomorrow at some point before they close. So cheers to you, brother. By the way, I found, I was cleaning up my office area here, the studio, and I found a bottle of Bullet Bourbon Rye stashed away in one of the drawers that I had forgotten about. So that's what we're working on today as we get ready to go do the birthday celebration tonight. David Mullen, what's up, amigo? David says, had a great trade with Mullen, bought a bunch yesterday and cashed up 30%. Excellent. Oh. Let me move the chat down here where I can see it without looking up. That is beautiful. Beautiful, David. Love to hear that. What else we got going on today? Let's see. Genius, right? Roger Hamilton said he reached out to Troika to see if they were interested in being bought out by GNS. I saw that news. Was there any update on that today? Nope. They also did their uplisting or their dual listing to Upstream. We've talked about Upstream to infinity at this point. It's not going to cause a short squeeze. Let's just cut to the chase. But I'm glad that these guys are trying different things to get an eye on maybe what the real count is. So if you're a Genius holder, make sure you go over and list your register your shares on Upstream. What do I think about birds? Jay Portaggi, what's up, amigo? Jay, you were the one that worked at Chevrolet, right? Did I have that right? BRDS. I think the chart on birds has been good. I haven't been trading it. Let's zoom in. Yeah, it's still looking good on the daily. Looking beautiful on the daily. 10 cents to 32 on the hourly. Still looking decent. I wouldn't say it's over. I would not say it's over. And last time we reviewed birds versus Hellbiz, I did that on a live stream in the evening a couple nights ago, so go back and look at that. If I had to choose between the two, Hellbiz and BRDS, birds is definitely the one to pick if you were interested in buying that. Just based on momentum, it still looks okay. Play it with caution because you're already up a couple 100%. Speaking of Hellbiz, they did a 1 for 50 reverse split and renamed the company. So that's a name change and a QSIP change and a reverse split. What happened with MCOM today? Oh man, down 37%. I'm just gonna X off for sure now this rumor that a QSIP change and a name change and a reverse split can get the shorts out of a play. But let's be honest. Hellbiz was been gaslighting people for a long time about naked shorts. Their short interest was literally like 5%. So you got a company that is doing dilution almost on a daily basis through their credit facility. You guys don't believe me? Go look at the filings. You can see it. They just like I was talking about Bed Bath & Beyond on last night's video. Hellbiz has this credit facility where whenever they need cash, and they need a lot right now, every day or every other day, they call up their buddy and say, hey, you know that credit facility we have with you? We need you to buy $1 million worth today. We'll give you that discount, and then you can go ahead and resell it into the market. Hellbiz has been doing this almost, 2-3 times a week. So if you're wondering why their price has just been getting obliterated, it is because of that. And no surprise that they're down after the reverse split. It's just they're not in any sort of financial health. This has nothing to do with shorts or naked shorts. It's just the financial health of the company is it's a hot mess, and the dilution it's never ending. They never take their foot off the gas. Jay, yeah. Shoot me a message, Jay, over on if you're on Twitter. And I wanted to see if maybe we could entertain the folks with a car chat as I get ready this weekend to do some of the videos on the EV companies as we were talking about in that group phone call a week or so ago. I think maybe might have some interesting perspectives to share with the folks about what is the likelihood of some of these EV companies making it the next into, 3 years from now? Are they going to go bankrupt? Are they going to make it? Are they going to get bought out? What struggles do they have to start up? I talk about it all the time, but I think it might be interesting for some folks to hear from someone that is actually in the business, in the car business. So if you're interested in doing that, either on voice chat or on camera for a live stream one evening, let me know. I think that'd be good fun. What happened with the Tate brothers? I saw a headline pop up that they were freed. Is that right? Tell me I can have a drink to them being freed. E5 Romero, salud to you in Cancun. Will AMC be able to sell ape on the open market as of the 1st? That is my understanding per the agreement they had with Antara. Yeah, they couldn't sell anything until the 1st. They have AMC still owns 60 million-ish ape. And look, if we're getting dragged out by the lawsuit and ape is at $1.45, why not sell them? It's a hell of a lot better than 65 cents. I'll tell you that. Go ahead and take the money, Adam. You got my approval. Otherwise, they're just going to waste. Brothers are now under house arrest. Thank you, Doug. Man, don't ever get arrested in Romania, right? That was a long time in solitary. Although somehow he got his phone. I presume he had his phone. Someone was tweeting for him. I don't know. Where do you go? Where do you go these days to not get arrested when you're running a girls on cam business? Poor Mr. Tate. I like him though. He's whether or not you agree with him, and I know he's controversial, but there's a reason he's controversial, because that's what gets attention. That's what gets views. He is an entrepreneur, and he's done well for himself. And I don't know. As far as all of the allegations, I tend to think that they're not true, but what do I know? I'm not over there following his life. I only know what he says and what the public comments say. I tend to give him the benefit of the doubt until proven guilty in a court of law. What else? Old Trumpy got indicted, right? Did he get arrested? I saw that headline. I was like, oh boy, Twitter's going to be on fire now. I literally, like when I get in video mode, like I was last night with Bed Bath & Beyond and today all day with Highcroft, it's hard to keep up with all the news in detail. I have my iPad here and I see headlines flash up, but I haven't had a chance to dive deep into any real news going on in the world for 2 days. Let's see what they say. Trump ex-attorney General William Barr speaks out on the former president's indictment. I got to scroll back too far. Trump's daughter speaks out on how she feels. 2024 Trump challenger torches the indictment. This is a national disaster. Who said that? Vivek Ramaswamy. Well, Christian Princess, what's going on? Doc Zeno, what did you miss for Doc? It's my birthday weekend celebration. It is literally the last live stream that I'm going to do in March of 2023. If I got you, for all the haters that are, I know Doc Zeno's not a hater, but for all the people that are running in to find out what all the scuttlebutt's about, gotcha. We got you. Not my last live stream. It is my last live stream of March 2023. Doc, I love you, brother. Thank you for your support. We're going out to dinner for my birthday tonight at 7, and Scarlett's dad's birthday is today, so he's joining us. Her brother is joining us. His baby's coming. So it's going to be I don't know where she said we're going. Somewhere with food, fun, drinks, and games. So that sounds like a Dave and Buster's night. Obviously, I did not pick it, but I'm not paying. So Scarlett's paying. She gets to pick. Blazin', what's up, amigo? Doc Zeno says, my only problem is Tony has not brought back the hairless kitty. And I need to call my friend up and see when we can watch that hairless little feline again. Douglas says, Trump unlikely to be arrested. Word is he will surrender early next week. Thank you for the update, Doug. It's faster for me to get updates from you guys than to read through all these articles. And even last night when I got done working on the Bed Bath & Beyond video, and I went to go hang out with the wife, I always, after I post a video, like try and then catch up on news and stuff. She's like, why are you opening your iPad? Put your phone down. She's very protective of her time. Like if I'm in her presence, she lets me work when I need to work, or when I have I always tell her my work hours are very, they're kind of all over the map. I got to have the energy, the motivation, and the idea. And sometimes all three of those don't line up. I might have a good idea, but I might be tired. I'm barely entertaining as it is when I'm at full energy and fully loaded with some Bang coffee. But when I went in there last night, walked out of here, went to the West Wing, as we call it. She's like, no, you gotta watch a movie with me here, or watch a TV show, or let's listen to some music or something. No reading the news. You've been working too much. What's up, Kev? Free from it all? What else we got here? Secret Service will be taking them in, Kansas says, won't allow the police to do anything. Yeah, I can't wait to catch up on that news. Kevin, hey, free from it all. Have you been shorting Bed Bath & Beyond, by the way? Man, guys, I put out a tweet this morning saying, heads up on the short interest. It's not 58%. Oh, man. You should see the comments on that one. Paid shill, being paid to push FUD. The short interest is not being dropped. This is all debunked nonsense. Like, I literally have multiple sources, including the company's own filing, showing the updates on outstanding shares. I try not to be so stupid to put out information if I haven't double checked my data, because I hate making mistakes. Dilution trackers showing 419 million. Ortex is. I know that my broker that I have open here is not showing the updated Bed Bath & Beyond float, but I know they will. Ortex and Dilution Tracker are always first. The brokers are usually the next business day. So I got to deal with a little bit of name calling and non-believers, the doubting Thomases, as I always say. Funny, they never come back. They never come back and say, sorry for slandering you. Sorry for calling you all sorts of nasty names. You were right. I mean, maybe one in 2 years has come back and said, you were right. Wow. I do ignore them, Kevin. It's humorous to me at this point. In fact, I try and preempt it in my videos. Like, I know you guys are going to say this and that and the other, but give it a day before you comment, because you're just going to embarrass yourself. We can't save them all, Kevin. That's a hashtag on my Discord. Can't save them all. And by the way, speaking of Bed Bath & Beyond, no, I'm not shorting it. I have no puts. I'm not long. I got out of Bed Bath & Beyond like in August of last year. when it was running up to $30 and have not looked back. The only reason I even care is because there are people in my Discord that are still in it who I haven't convinced to sell yet, to save them some money. And because of the amount of lies and misinformation, just even every time a bit of bad news comes out, people go make a video and say it's bullish.
But good job on filings and keeping it factual to the best of your ability.
Thank you, Kev. Oh, wow. Thank you, 666. It is to the best of my ability. I don't always get everything right. None of us can, but I do my damnedest. The worst thing for me is being mistaken on something. I'd rather say nothing than say, than get something wrong. What else we got to talk about today? I'm just counting down some minutes. I thought I'd come on live before we go out to dinner. Scarlett went to go pick up her dad, and they should be back soon. In fact, I see the Ring doorbell indicating there is motion at your front door. It might be fixing to get loud in here. Them some too loud talkers, I tell you what. Get her and her dad going. Let's look at, what else can we look at here? Oh, all the indexes were up today. Beautiful. This is how little I was watching stocks. See, I have it right here, but I got all my screens full of DD tabs, editing software, filings. It's a lot of work to put out a 15-minute video with proper DD. What do I think about AI today? Are we just talking about AI in general, Gary? All the headlines and Elon tweeting about AI, yada, yada, yada. If that's the question, I think artificial intelligence, if that is the question, is inevitable. What do I think about it? I really don't care that much right now. Anything that makes my workday more productive, I'm good with. I mess around with some AI stuff, Chat GPT and some picture generators. There are things that I'm looking at, and I do worry about AI replacing people's jobs, but it's just my guess right now that is being overblown in the news, but maybe future iterations of it could be worrisome for jobs. JD says, look at MCOM up 2,000%. That was a 1 for 50 reverse split, JD. 1 for 50 reverse split. It didn't really go up. It actually was down. Unfortunately, that was Hellbiz. It was last night. It was trading at 11 cents. So divide the current price by 50. $3.66. Oh, sorry, it's 3.55 after a 3.55 divided by 50. It's actually trading at 7 cents today. So it dropped 4 pennies from last night's close. Not a great day for Hellbiz MCOM. I saw that headline too, SMK. Italy banned ChatGPT. Oh, ticker symbol AI. Okay. Well, you got to hear my thoughts on artificial intelligence anyways. C3 AI. I have not looked into this company, but oh man, look at that beautiful chart. What's not to like? What the fuck? What's their news? $20 a few days ago, up to 34. I can't give you any other thoughts until I look at the financials, and I certainly will based on that run up. But yeah, that's beautiful. There's nothing bad to say about that. I see negative earnings per share, so they're not making money. 97 million free float, so relatively small. Something I need to spend some time looking into this weekend. Thank you for the heads up on that. Yeah, I just got done, JD, talking about Hellbiz MCOM. That CEO is, I'm not a big fan. Let's put it that way. Not a big fan. He's been gaslighting retail investors, saying he's digging into naked shorts, and he's basically been diluting shareholders every other day, 2-3 times a week, with his credit facility. And hey, more power to him. The company's got to do what they got to do to survive, right? We talk about this all the time. CEOs and companies are going to do what they need to do to survive. It is our job as investors to read filings. And as I always say, do not trust any CEO. If the extent of your DD is what the CEO said, any fucking CEO, any of them, if the extent of your DD is what they said or tweeted, you're going to lose. Read the filings. You'll be much safer. This guy's been lying on Twitter to people. Lying is a strong word. I'll take that back. He's been gaslighting people. Trust the process. Good things to come. I promise we won't dilute for the next 48 hours. But in 49 hours, we're going to dilute the shit out of you for 3 days. And then I'll let you know we're not going to dilute you for another 36 hours. Anyways, he's not my favorite CEO. Hellbiz/MCOM. What else? CEOs. What else news we got? There was another CEO I wanted to talk about. Not Adam Aaron. Shit. Take a look at GFAI for me this weekend, Kevin says. I have it on my retail pump list from a long time ago, Kevin. I'll take another look at it this weekend. There's that other one that's been running up. What is it? GZFM? Oh, GZMP. GMZP. Another company with no income that has just been on a crazy run up from people swear that something is coming with this company. It's been run up from 0.0009 to 0.017. Anyways, I'm not in that play. I looked at their filings. I'm like, no, this, maybe if they do a merger or whatever they're planning on doing, I think this company has no operations right now, hasn't for a couple years, that they're in a receivership. They have like a negative 72 million net income still on the books. I don't know what the hell's going to happen with this, but for the really big gamblers in the room, that might be one you want to look at. GMZP. There's little to no chance I will touch that one. Oh, I know what I was going to tell you guys about. Remember when we were joking on my birthday where I said, tell me any ticker and I'll tell you something fabulous about it. Literally, guys, the comedy routine that I was running that day on March 28th, I did this on a couple tickers. I heard someone use my comedy routine, but they were saying it in all seriousness. Let me know in the chat if you saw this video last night or this morning, whenever it came out. I heard someone say, I literally cannot believe what I heard. Guys, Mullen, it's only 10 cents. It has fabulous fundamentals. Like what fundamentals are fabulous on Mullen right now? I'm not hating on Mullen. I'm just saying they have no revenue. Well, they do as of today, but they have basically no revenue. They got a dilution up to 5 billion shares on the way and a reverse split coming. So Anyways, last night, fabulous fundamentals. It's only 10 cents. And just a year ago, it was at $16. So someone was willing to pay $16 for this company. This obviously means it's underpriced right now at 10 cents. I'm like, did I just hear my comedy routine spoken out loud and this dude was serious? Oh, Lordy, have mercy. Some people, guys, I swear to you, have never one time opened a financial statement and they tell you the fundamentals are great. This is why my channel, even though it's a very hated niche, will be a niche that focuses on the filings with documented evidence to show you what the fundamentals actually are. But these people just come run their mouth and provide you zero evidence, and so many people, thousands, fall for it. It's just totally unbelievable to me. There's going to be so many people wrecked over the rest of this year, and as long as they continue to follow these people that just talk out of the side of their mouth and don't know what the fuck they're talking about. Arthur says, good point, Arthur. Tonight is the last night of Q1. Go to the movies and have some popcorn. Yes. When Scarlett was asking me what I wanted to do tonight for my birthday and for her dad's birthday, because his birthday is today, mine was on the 28th. I said, how about a movie? And I said, how about Nike Air at 7 p.m.? And because we got a advanced screening of it tonight. And she's like, oh no, my dad will never go see that. I was like, why not? He hates Nike. I was like, but it's not about Nike. It's about Michael Jordan. Nike's a side story, right? Anyways, I said, why does he hate Nike? She's like, because of the whole woke kneeling on the court thing. I was like, oh boy. Can we just, okay, I get it. And I don't necessarily disagree. But can we just get past that to go watch a movie on the last day of the month? But I got vetoed, Arthur. Kevin, go look at GZFM on Twitter. The amount of chatter that it is getting right now is just, it's ridiculous. The stories, GMZP, the stories that people are weaving for you on this ticker. I'm not promoting this one. I do not recommend it. I am not buying this, but it is just amazing what people are saying about this. It's the next best thing, Kevin. It's going to go from 0.0009 cents to $1, and you're going to be rich. Just wait. And maybe it will. Maybe it will, but I don't mess with this bullshit. Even if I could buy 100,000 shares, no. I'm not spending $1,000. I'm not spending $100 on this. Well, maybe 100. But not today. Not today. What is the effect, G Immortal says, of April 6th schedule on the 27th? Oh, you mean the depositions? Is that what you're asking? There's a lot of pre-trial stuff that has to happen before April 27th. Depositions, briefs being filed, etc., etc. I've posted it in the Discord. I covered it on a live stream a couple nights ago, twice now, I think. There are a lot of things happening every few days on the trial, if that's what you're asking about, between Allegheny or the lawsuit between Allegheny and AMC. So this is all just pre-trial discovery, basically. David says, might buy Mullen again if it drops back down. Yeah, I'm sure. I would not be surprised, David, for Mullen to be back at 10 cents middle of next week. Today was a little bit of FOMO run up on the news that they delivered cars, and I spent 2 minutes looking. I could not find any number of cars that were delivered, vans. There was no numbers anywhere. Hey, we delivered some vans. Okay, you delivered some vans. Does that deserve a 60% run up? Good Lord. 1796, what's up, amigo? We are just easing into Friday, the very last live stream of March 2023. Today is the last day of March, by the way, in case you haven't been keeping track. We've got a birthday dinner night out scheduled in about 50 minutes, so I've got a couple minutes left to spend with y'all. Then we're doing family time. So, Kevin says some noob on Twitter is saying he...
You got vetoed like a bad bill. Love you, Tony. I'm celebrating my birthday in Maui.
Maui, Grandpa. Beautiful. Thank you, brother. Yeah. It doesn't help, Grandpa, that the last couple movies that we've taken Scarlett's dad to with us, he hasn't really liked them. I think the last one we went to, what was that Viking movie that was kind of out there? I think it was called The Northman. It was a very sci-fi fantasy type Viking movie, and he really didn't like that one. So I don't know if he trusts my judgment anymore. I'm just down to see a movie. And the Nike, the Air one looks really, really good. Nick says, what is keeping the market propped up? Same with the housing market. I think because they keep on lying to us that banks are safe. Nick, people in the markets generally are optimistic. They want things to go up. We just keep on getting these hits of bad news after bad news after bad news. And but they're just not telling us the quiet part out loud just yet about how bad the banks are. So God forbid that does happen, because the whole house of cards is going to come tumbling down. But would not surprise me. Would not surprise me. Hey, by the way, we made it. My prediction is that the major market crash would happen by the end of March. We made it, and it didn't happen. So chalk that up to Tony Denaro got something wrong. I did start saying about a month ago that I was going to extend my timeline out till end of June, when I started realizing that it wasn't going to be as bad as I thought by March. And then a couple of the banks started failing in the middle of March. I was like, maybe I'll be right. But alas, I was not. Not that I want to be right. I don't want to see the entire economy and market crash, but I thought if it would be somewhere by right about now. That didn't happen. Stay tuned. It still could. Let's not get too excited about that, though, because in my worldview, if the banks crash, everything in the market's going down. So, God bless. Please, baby Jesus, no. Karen, what's going on? Larry says your title looks like you're quitting live streams. Well, I mean, if you read it carefully, Larry, it says last live stream March 2023. I just wanted to get all the haters all excited, so that they might think it actually is my last stream. We ain't going anywhere. Damn it. David says, I heard only 4 vans were delivered. It must be a low number, David. If they didn't say the number, it's got to be a low number, right? These guys are masters at press releases. I'll give them that. I will give them that. I don't really know. I bet you those sons of bitches, as soon as it ran up to, no, it happened in pre-market. Can a company sell dilution in pre-market? I wonder. I don't know if I know the answer to that. Let's see. What other little trivia that I was talking with Frank Benedetto this morning. You guys know him from Cosmos and Clean Vision. We were talking about some other CEOs, and I asked him, I said, hey, Frank, you never answered the question about Xela, ticker XELA. Frank is saying if a ticker is under 10 cents for 10 days, it's an automatic delisting. And someone asked him a week or two ago, what about Xela, Frank? Xela has been under 10 cents since like December, and they're still trading. And Frank said maybe it has something to do with NASDAQ capital markets versus NASDAQ global, which got me in a little rabbit hole for 30 minutes this morning as I was digging into that. And I read through the listing and continuous listing requirements for NASDAQ global versus NASDAQ capital markets. And there are some different market cap requirements, but it said, irregardless of all of that, if you're under 10 cents, you will get a notice of delisting. So then I had to dig further. All right, why is Xela still trading then, if it's irregardless of market cap? And what I found, because I don't follow Xela, it's always been a hot mess. As I looked into their filings, they filed an appeal back in the early part of January, and then they got a hearing, which didn't happen till early part of March, I think March 10th. And then they got an answer on March 14th that said, yeah, we'll give you a chance to do a reverse split. So that, if you're wondering why is XELA still trading for so many months at under 10 cents, that's why. They filed an appeal at the right time. A couple months went by. They got their hearing. They got an approval, and they have a reverse split vote planned for, I forget when, I think in April. And guys, it's going to be a 1 for 200 reverse split for XELA. So the 4-cent stock, that would take it to $8 on a money losing company that's only doing reverse split to prevent delisting. You can already read the script of what's going to happen after that reverse split. But like all CEOs and like all companies, 99.9% of them are going to do everything literally possible to avoid bankruptcy. So they got to do what they got to do. It is their fiduciary duty to avoid getting delisted and going bankrupt, even though it might not work out very well for shareholders in the short term. Someone said March is misspelled. Did I misspell March in my holy shit. I hadn't even cracked a drink yet at that point. All right, let me fix that. Thank you for that. I just get typing so fast. I was trying to hurry up and get this live stream started before my wife got back from picking her dad up. March. All right, that's fixed. Thank you for that, Larry. Kevin says, I heard Mullen purchased these random EVs from China that cost less than $10,000. So yeah, I mean, most of Mullen's vehicles are pre-manufactured in China. That's a fact. Until you get to the Mullen 5. And for sure, these Class 1 vans are pre-manufactured. They go in and they do a little bit of customization for the U.S. market, but they're not building the car from scratch or the van. And so, I mean, it's a cheap and easy way to get some income coming in and generate some excitement and some press. And it's filling a niche that no one else is really filling. So I'm not going to knock them on that. But it may impact any margin that they have on it, because you're buying the thing mostly pre-assembled. I'm not really sure. I guess we'll find out. We'll find out when we find out. They say they have orders from Randy Marion Auto Dealer or whatever for 6,000 vans. But I don't think that 6,000 were sold and delivered today, or that would have definitely been in the press release. 4 sounds about right, David. Whew. What else? I told you guys that I was looking at Helen of Troy as a potential short target. Not short, but buying puts if it starts running up. I'm just going to point out, since you're here, that have I been on camera the whole time and not had my stock chart up this entire time? Helen of Troy has now had 1, 2, 3, about 5 days going up. I tried to go buy some puts today for about a year out from now, but I didn't start trying to do that till 2 minutes before the market closed, and I couldn't get my screen up to finish the purchase in time. So I'll look at that again on Monday. CEO recently quit. Company's having some financial issues, a lot of debt over leveraging, yada, yada, yada. Could be a good put play. HELE is the ticker. Scavenger, what's up, amigo? Welcome, Scavenger, to the last live stream of March 2023. Because after 7 p.m., I'm going to a birthday celebration with the family. And then I won't see y'all till April 1st. So this is the official last March 2023 live stream, as far as I know. Nick says the EV stock I've been dollar cost averaging is BYDDY. Is that a real ticker symbol? It is a real ticker symbol. Chinese company engaged in the manufacture and sales of transportation equipment. $58 a share. All right. I have a EV list, and that one is not on my list, so I'm going to add it. Add to watch list. Because my goal is over the next few weeks or months to get some coverage on all of these EV companies, and then we're gonna do a compare and contrast PowerPoint, and then we're gonna track them for the next couple of years and see who makes it. Maybe we'll do a betting pool, see who makes it to the end. You'll have 3 options: made it to profitability, got bought out, went bankrupt. Steve says 29 days now of asking Adam Aaron on Twitter for number of retail investors for APE and AMC and how much they own of each. Yeah, I don't know why he won't answer that specifically. I'm pretty sure they got an updated count, Steve, on prior to the proxy vote. They do have an opportunity to ask all the brokers who are all your beneficial shareholders. That's in the regs. I've seen it. And I heard him on one of his meet and greet recordings tell people in the audience it's around 3.5 million shareholders. That was the closest he would get to saying an exact number. But like I said before, in the past couple of weeks, I have questions like, now that I've been in this so long, I'm going to ask some more difficult questions, Adam. All right, so you say it's 3.5 million. Adam, if I have shares in 4 different brokers, am I counted 4 times in that 3.5 million? Or are you parsing it by name, so you're only counting me once? That's a secondary question I have. Not only what is the shareholder count, but are we being potentially double counted? Because I know many of us have shares in multiple accounts. little things that I don't know the answer to that I'd like to. I'm pretty sure we all know the answer why he's not telling us the answer, Steve, because it's not 4 million anymore. I don't think that would be a surprise to anybody on my channel. Saheb says, have you done any vertical option trading, especially on the SPY, since their options expiring every 2 days? I don't. If I'm doing SPY or any index trading, Saheb, I'm typically doing it to hedge my overall portfolio when I'm expecting some major market run up, or even worse, a market crash. So the last time I did any index trading was like in February of 2020 with big puts on the indexes because of what was going on in China with the virus. And I said, you know, if that makes it over here, and our administration at that point was saying, oh, we're going to be fine. And I have relatives in the pharmaceutical industry. They were telling me, and I kind of knew from my own intuition, we're not going to be fine. Look how fucking contagious that thing was. And it's just a matter of days or weeks before mass panic hits in the United States. And so I bought puts on the indexes, and then sure enough, a couple weeks later, other than that, in a crazy market like we have right now, it is too difficult for me to pick on any given day what index is going to go up or down. Would I like to do that more often? Yeah, I mean, but when I'm making videos and trying to live stream, it's too much to keep up with. I'd rather pick some companies that I have a thesis on, or that have earnings come up and have a greater than 55% chance of being right. I just feel like index trading at this point, just trying to momentum trade it on a day-to-day, that's just literally legalized gambling. Nothing wrong with you if you want to do it. It's just not for me right now. I'm not that bored. Bravscar, good afternoon to you. Brett says, when do you think the conversion reverse split will take place? Nothing before April 27th. As far as what happens at that preliminary injunction hearing, if the judge were to just dismiss it on the 27th, then you could conceivably have everything go into effect the next day. There's no guarantee that the judge is going to decide anything on the 27th. This could last days, weeks, months, or years. So my crystal ball is not that good. Barbara, what's up? Barbara says, you have a video explaining how the conversion reverse split will work with share valuations. I have a video from 2 weeks ago, Barbara, called Ape Conversion. Check that one out. Free from it all says, just woke up. Who's not that boring? Oh, I said, I'm not that bored to have to trade index call or put options on a daily basis. I got enough shit going on to try and gamble on index plays. I'd rather pick a ticker that I have a more than 55-60% chance that I think I know what's going to happen based on news, filings, earnings, general market conditions, and play my options that way. So I'm not a everyday options trader by any stretch. What's happening April 6th, Brett? As far as I know, the only thing happening April 6th is the plaintiffs have agreed to be deposed by April 6th. Let me see if I still have... Let me see if I can pull up the schedule. Hang on one second. I have the the breakdown schedule unless there's some new news. Let's go here. Let me pull this down to this window so you don't have to look at the bottom of my chin. AMC, there you go. Remember right now, guys, as far as what is being put out there, as far as information on the lawsuit, half of it's bullshit, the other half is lies. Based on what I'm seeing. So I don't know what y'all are seeing, but some people alerted me to some of the bullshit yesterday that was being put out there. So I did a quick little video on that. Here's what I got, though. As far as the schedule, can I zoom in on this? Yeah. April 6th, all discovery shall be completed, including any party and third-party depositions. That's what's happening on April 6th, on or before April 6th. April 14th, plaintiffs shall file their brief in support of their motion. April 21st, defendants file their answering brief. April 25th, plaintiffs file their reply in further support of their motion for a preliminary injunction, and then the actual hearing is on April 27th. So it's going to be jam-packed with exciting happenings. And you, as anything comes up, new news from any of these, I will keep y'all posted. In the meantime, if this drags out months and months and months or years, we need to start asking ourselves, how the hell is AMC going to stay in business with no ability to raise cash? We cannot go 6 months or a year. We will be bankrupt by the end of this year if these plaintiffs hold up this lawsuit. If the lawsuit drags out, no shorts are going to leave this play. Could I be more clear on that? If this lawsuit drags out, 0 shorts will be scared to short AMC because we will simply bleed out cash. And it's just a matter of a quarter or two and we're done. You should not be rooting for this lawsuit being delayed or for AMC losing. At this point, the vote's in. We need the money. We're losing $200 million a quarter. Tick-tock. Everybody who is rooting for AMC to lose the lawsuit, as far as I'm concerned, they are short the play. They're being paid by a hedge fund, or they're just financially illiterate. Bless their heart. I mean that in the nicest way. Free From It All says it is pretty fucking high cost to borrow right now, though. Yeah, it is. It is because, look, I mean, why would you be scared to short AMC right now? It's looking pretty grim. If you think they're going to lose this lawsuit, I'd pay 500%, Kevin, because it's just a matter of being patient till the company runs out of money. You're not going to scare any short out of this play if we lose this lawsuit. You can forget about a short squeeze. They'll double down. You'll see the cost to borrow go to 700%. They'll be fighting each other to short us. But I honestly, I would be shocked. I'd be shocked if we lose this lawsuit. Gino, what's up? Steve says more interest in how many shares of each retail owned. So, Steve, just rough numbers. I think we own about What did I see last on Fintel? I think institutions own about 27%, and we've got about that much short. So that tells me that retail owns pretty much the entire float of AMC and probably almost the entire float of Ape. That would be my best guess. Remember when you're looking at the short interest being 25%, that's like a fake float, right? It's extra float, synthetic float. So it is very easy for retail to own 100% and institutions to own 25% when your short interest is 25%, because you add those together. That's your total float, real and synthetic, 125%. 1796, thank you. I think we're getting ready to head out here soon. Hey, are we still going to dinner at 7 or what's the deal? We're live. I was just going live till you got back home. All right. I'm being instructed that we should start getting ready. What else we got here? Yeah, the number one thing going for AMC right now, high short interest. I love seeing that 25%. High cost to borrow. Beautiful. High cost to borrow, especially on a low volatility day. If the stock price is only moving 1 or 2%, they're not making money on those days. It's costing them money. If the stock is moving big in a day, like over 5%, they can still make money even with a 300 or 400% short interest. So for same day trades. That's a math video for another day. Nobody cares about that shit. Nobody wants to hear about that anyways. Nick says, did you not see Adam Aron Twitter post record-breaking weekends? I did. I retweeted them. Record-breaking food and beverage last weekend, and then again on, was it yesterday or the 30th? That's beautiful. But remember, guys, we need to make up 200 million per quarter. 225 million. So we're going to need to start posting record-breaking days every day. I don't get excited about one-day records. I get excited. I'm going to retweet it. I'm going to make sure y'all know the news and it's not all doom and gloom. But realistically, black and white numbers, we need that every day. And we will as we get closer back to 2024. If it happens sooner, fucking A. Beautiful. Are we positioned to lose this lawsuit, season Curly's? Not in my opinion, no. But anything can happen in a court of law. I would 1 in a million chance in my mind that we lose the lawsuit. AMC complied with every bit of legal due diligence. Nothing they wrote, nothing they published in their filings was really groundbreaking. This is all boilerplate. Pull it out of the lawyer's book of forms, insert the name AMC in the blank, and publish it. Nothing they did was something that another company has not already done in the past. It's very basic Delaware law. So I think very little chance we lose this lawsuit. How do I know that? Because I saw the fucking book where they got the boilerplate language from, and I found the same language in multiple other companies' filings, companies that did similar things to Ape. That's why I'm not worried about it. But anything can happen. Who knows if they have some testimony that comes out in discovery about some shenanigans that happened at a board meeting. That's the unknown that I can't account for, right? What if someone said or did something? The forms themselves, the filings, they're all in my research, they're all fine. I have no idea what was said in backroom meetings or board meetings, and there were 30 or 40,000 pages of documents that AMC turned over to the plaintiff's attorneys. So who knows what turns up? That's why I say it's a risk. It's a risk I can't categorize. Hopefully that makes sense. Yes, Allegheny sued several other companies, David. Some of those lawsuits are still ongoing for years. Different reasons, but not their first time to sue somebody. Ooh, all right. Scarlett is back with her dad. She said, time to wrap it up, Tony Denaro. So we're going to go have some tasty adult beverages, have some food. Again, my birthday was a couple nights ago. Her dad's birthday is tonight, if you're just joining in. Thank you for tuning in to the very last live stream of Tony Denaro, March 2023. I will see y'all on the next live stream tomorrow in April. Love you. Have a good night. And feel free to drop any questions in the video comments after you're done. And please, please, please watch the Highcroft video and yesterday's Bed Bath & Beyond video. Even if you don't care about those companies, put it on 2x, put it on mute, let it play all the way through. That really helps out the channel, because if you watch it as a subscriber to this channel, it gets the word out to other people who might not have heard of the boring, fact-based filing, reading, due diligence channel. Love you guys. Have a good night. We will see you on the next one.